Alright, YouTube, what's going on? Since there's a lot of people whining and bitching on my 2013-14 predictions that I did 6 months ago, mind you, they're saying that I'm all wrong and they want an updated version, which I probably should do that anyways. But anyways, now, so you guys will shut up and stop whining. Yes, I realize there was a draft pick and all that, so of course my predictions are not going to be the same. However, they're pretty dang close. Hasn't changed much. But these are the numbers I want you guys to lock in. These are my final predictions and Super Bowl contenders for the 2013-2014 season, up to date with the draft being over and all that stuff, all the trades. We'll start at the AFC. New England Patriots 12-4, win division outright, obviously. I mean, there's nobody else. The Dolphins, I think, are on the rise. Don't get me wrong. I think they're going to be good, but I just don't think they're going to get past New England at this point. Even though New England really hasn't done anything since 2004, whatever the hell it was, they're still a viable team. Tom Brady's still a good quarterback, so I got to go with Patriots still winning that division. Miami Dolphins 10-6, get a wild card. That's what I like, I think. New York Jets 7-9. Jets ain't shit no more. Buffalo Bills 6-10. Although, I will give the Bills credit. You got rid of Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's a start, thank God. But E.J. Manuel, it's going to take him a couple years. So the Bills, 6-10. Now, the AFC North, which is a very tricky division. Cincinnati Bengals, 11-5, win the division outright. Not just because I'm a Bengals fan, but if you really think about this right now, who in the AFC North is really a threat besides the Pittsburgh Steelers? No, I'm sorry, the Baltimore Ravens are not a threat anymore. They're not. You Raven fans are going to find that out, and if I'm wrong, I will come out and eat crow, but I'm telling you, Ravens, without Ed Reed, without Ray Lewis, I think you're going to see a different side of the Baltimore Ravens that you probably have never seen before. Joe Flacco is really going to get exposed this season. And we're going to find out if he really is a good quarterback or not. Now, I will give him some credit. You're rebuilding on defense, so I'm not going to blame the whole thing on him. But, no, I'm sorry. Baltimore Ravens, no, it ain't happening. Bengals 11-5, win division outright. Pittsburgh Steelers 10-6, wild card. Old, but still viable. Still got one of a good defense, still got a hell of a quarterback. They're still viable. Baltimore Ravens 7-9, missed the playoffs. I mean, I just do not see the Ravens, unless something, they really come out and play good and prove me wrong, but I do not see it happening. 7-9. Cleveland Browns 4-12. Come on, Cleveland Browns, do we really need to say more? Indianapolis Colts 11-5, win the division outright. Yes, you heard it here. Win the division outright. Houston has shown me nothing, people. They ain't beat anybody they haven't beat anybody in the postseason besides the Cincinnati Bengals. They can't beat the Patriots. They lost to the Ravens. Now I will granted them that they were out with Matt Schaub, but still, Houston has not shown me they can step up in a big game. So until that happens, everybody wants respect. Guess what? They don't earn respect. They haven't beaten, like I said, they haven't beaten anybody besides the Bengals. Who cares? Because the Bengals, look, have had problems with their offense in the past. You know, I told you they weren't prepared. I mean, they weren't prepared 2 years ago. They were prepared somewhat this time, but they were just, you know, their offense is just whatever. I'll get to that in another video. Yes, Colts 11-5, win the division outright. Texans 10-6, wild card. But if they play the Bengals, they may be lucky. But other than that, they ain't going nowhere. Unless they prove me wrong. Tennessee Titans 8-8, who cares about that team? Jacksonville Jaguars, another team, who cares? The new logo is about the only thing they got going for them. Other than that, 6-10, I don't see them doing much. Denver Broncos 13-3, win the division outright, hands down. I mean, nobody else in that division's got a chance, let's be honest. San Diego's done. Oakland sucks. Kansas City, though, I will say, with Alex Smith coming, I think that will make that team 5-6 wins better, but no way near the Broncos. So Broncos 13-3, win the division outright. Kansas City Chiefs 9-7, a little bit of a shocker here. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but I think Alex Smith's really going to turn that team around. I think you're going to be amazed. I'm not saying they're going to be competitive but against the Broncos by any means necessary, but I think they will be more competitive than a 2-14 team. San Diego Chargers 7-9, Oakland Raiders 4-12. I mean, come on. Now, the AFC, who I like to represent the Super Bowl, believe it or not, makes sense. The Broncos, all the way, hands down. I really do not see. I would love to see the Colts-Broncos championship. I think that'd be a hell of a game. I mean, Peyton Manning having to face this old team in the playoffs, that'd be great. However, with Peyton Manning, history repeats itself. He struggles in the playoffs, but I mean, he got lucky to be a Chicago Bears team led by Rex Grossman. I mean, other than that, I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. I'll leave it at that. My team, I would love for them to get there, but I just don't see them getting past Denver. I really think it's Denver's year. I really do. So, take the Broncos to represent the Super Bowl in the NFC. NFC now. This one's really tricky. A lot of good teams right now here. Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants, I both got listed 11-5, tied the division. I think Tony Romo is going to come out and do good this year. He's going to have to with that contract extension. And I think the Cowboys got a lot to prove this year. I really do. So I like the Giants and Cowboys actually tie that division at 11-5. Both make the playoffs. Washington Redskins 8-8. Look, people, RG3. I don't dislike the kid, but I think he gets overhyped. He's kind of like Tim Tebow. Although I will say RG3 can at least put up the numbers. But that being said, I don't see RG3. I think it was a one-year fluke. Now, if they come out and prove me wrong, I will come out here and eat crow again. But I just don't see the Redskins doing nothing. I really don't. It takes a team, not one player, people. So 8-8 for the Washington Redskins. Philadelphia Eagles 7-9. I don't know if they're sticking with Michael Vick or not. If they are, they're dumb. But whatever. At least you got rid of Andy Reid. That's one good step. But it's going to take Philadelphia for a couple of years to regroup. So 7-9. Green Bay Packers 12-4 win the division outright. Green Bay got off to a slow start last year. Other than that, the second half of the season they whooped ass. So I like them to 12-4 have a way better year and win that division. Chicago Bears 10-6, even though they're without Brian Urlacher. I think that they're still going to be competitive. I still think they got a strong team. Nowhere near as good as the Packers, I don't think, but I think the Bears will definitely keep it competitive and make it to the playoffs. Minnesota Vikings 8-8. That hasn't changed. Viking fans, the Vikings are garbage. Plain and simple, they're garbage. Get that in your heads. The sooner you realize that, the better off you are. Adrian Peterson is the only reason they'll be 8-8. You had Percy Harvin. You got rid of him. I believe it was Percy Harvin. Yeah, Percy Harvin. And you got Christian Ponder. Please, no. Recipe for disaster besides Adrian Peterson. It's sad because I really like Adrian Peterson. I really do. I would take him on my team in a heartbeat. I think anybody else would too. Vikings 8-8 at best. Detroit Lions 6-10. Detroit Lion fans, I'm sorry. Feel sorry for you, but it was a one-year fluke. That's all it was. New Orleans Saints 12-4 won the division outright again. Atlanta has shown me nothing. They got lucky to beat a rookie Seattle Seahawks team. Seattle should have won that game. Had every chance to. But damn, the last second they pissed it down their leg. A lot of that has inexperience, but Falcons don't impress me, people. I'm sorry, they don't. Saints 12-4. Saints got off to a slow start, though would do way better. Atlanta Falcons 11-5. They'll make the playoffs because they are a decent team, but that's it. That's all further. They'll make it one and done. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8-8. Carolina Panthers 6-10. Cam Newton's okay, but again, same thing with RG3. It takes more than one player to make a team. Now here's the division I'm really on the fence about because this is going to be a really competitive division this year. San Francisco and Seattle, I both listed at 12-4. I think San Fran will get the division, but I think, you know what I mean, the first spot in the division, but I think they will tie at 12-4. However, I forgot St. Louis. You can't rule that team out. I know a lot of people ruling the Rams out, and I'm telling you right now, you cannot rule a team like St. Louis out. If you looked at St. Louis's defense last year, if they would have had an offense, they would have been unstoppable. The problem is their offense struggled, but their defense, Jeff Fisher coming to that team, I think St. Louis is going to come out of the gates this year. I really do. I think they're going to be really competitive. I don't think they'll win the division by any means, but I think they're going to be... They should have beat San Fran both times last year. They had a chance to beat Seattle both times last year as well. They beat the Cardinals both times, so if you really think about it, St. Louis was competitive as hell in their division. Damn near won every game. So, St. Louis Rams 10-6 make the wild card. Arizona Cardinals. Cardinal fans, you didn't learn after watching the Bengals for 7-8 years that Carson Palmer is not the answer. You guys are way better off going with that Drew Stanton, whatever his name was, from Detroit. I still think you should go with him before it's too late. Carson Palmer is a backup quarterback right now at best. He ain't no good no more. Cardinals 5-11. I mean, I don't see it. Now, as far as the Super Bowl goes, I'm on the fence about three teams in particular. Seattle, San Fran, and New Orleans. There's a couple more now, but I really didn't want to list them all. I guess I will anyway. Green Bay, I ain't counting them out. and either the Giants or the Cowboys. I really think all them teams are in competition to get to the Super Bowl. I think any one of them can make it. So, right now, if I'm going to pick my top three, I'm going to say Seattle, San Fran, and New Orleans to either take on one of the Denver Broncos, and that will be a classic Super Bowl right there. So there. Now, an updated version of the 2013-2014 season. I'll be bringing you more videos soon. I did this for a special request, by the way, but it was probably time to do it anyway. So, see you guys soon.